Hi everyone. This is our first video on money and risk, and we'll focus on the topic of simple interest. Money management begins with savings, and unfortunately Americans generally don't save enough. So let's start by seeing how to measure the growth of savings accounts. Interest is the amount you can earn by investing money over time. Interest can be earned in different ways, and that affects the growth and value of an investment. Let's start with simple interest, the easiest type of interest to understand and calculate. The initial balance of an account is called the principal, and simple interest is calculated by applying the interest rate to the principal only, not to interest earned. Suppose we invest $1,000 in an account that earns simple interest at a rate of 10% per year. So, the interest earned each year will be 10% of that initial investment of $1,000, so 0.10 times 1,000, or $100. Note that since we're talking about simple interest, and the interest rate only applies to that initial investment, to our principal amount of $1,000, then regardless of how long we allow the money to stay in the account, every single year we will be getting $100 in interest. For example, if we hold the money in the account for 3 years and we get $100 in interest each year for those 3 years, or $300 total in interest, then the amount in the account after 3 years would be $1,300. So again, simple interest is the method of paying interest only on the initial balance in the account, not on any accrued interest. To compute simple interest, we use the formula I equals PRT, where I is the simple interest earned, P is that principal amount, that initial amount invested, R is the annual rate of interest, and T is time in years. Now keep in mind this only computes interest. If we want to compute the total amount in the account, we'll have to take the initial amount invested, the principal, and add to that the interest earned. Let's look at some examples. You invest $200 at 5% simple interest for 10 years. How much interest do you earn? Recall that interest earned is computed using the formula I equals PRT. In this example, the principal would be $200, our interest rate is 5%, and the term of the investment is 10 years. Multiplying these three numbers, we see that the interest earned is $100. Suppose you invest $2,000 in an account that pays simple interest of 4% each year. Let's find the interest earned after 5 years. How much is in the account at the end of 5 years? So we start by finding the interest earned using our formula I equals PRT. The principal is $2,000. The interest rate is 4%, and we want to know the amount after 5 years. Multiplying, we see that the interest earned is $400. Now, if we want to know how much is in the account at the end of these 5 years, we need to include the initial amount invested, the $2,000, and add to that the amount of interest earned, our $400. So the total amount in the account would be $2,400. Here's another example. You may want to take a moment to pause the video and try this one on your own. See if you get the same answer that I did. Now, what if you were quoted a yearly interest rate, but you're interested in calculating the interest on a shorter period? The yearly stated rate is called the nominal interest rate and is used to set the rate per period by dividing. For example, if the stated nominal interest rate is 9%, what is the monthly rate? What about the daily rate? To get the monthly rate, we would take the nominal interest rate of 9% and divide by 12, since there are 12 months in a year. This would give us 0.75% or 0.0075 as a decimal. The daily rate would be our nominal interest rate of 9% divided by 365, so 0.025%, or 0.00025. Suppose you invest $500,000 in an account with a nominal interest rate of 12%. How much interest do you earn in over one day? Well, we start by computing the daily interest rate. Our daily interest rate will be our nominal interest rate of 12% divided by 365, or 0.033%. Our interest earned over one day will be our interest rate, 0.00033, times the amount invested, $500,000, or $165. So the interest earned in a single day would be $165. Not bad. Now, when is simple interest used? Situations involving simple interest are fairly rare and usually occur when money is loaned or borrowed for a short period of time. Private loans between individuals may use simple interest because they're easy to calculate. Commercial loans for less than 1 year, financing of corporations and the government through bonds, and some student loans such as Stafford loans.